Team wnax, deck profile.
How's it going? It's the big bird from Team wnax, and we got
Kyler Lemieux here, also known as Gally, I'm the strategist.
the strategist. And what did you do today?
I got third place at the Madison Regional playing Scareclaw.
Let's go.
Bro, this deck's insane.
They didn't even know what he was doing. So without further ado, let's spill some of the goo before
Yeah.
the YCS.
It gets better at the YCS. Let's start off with the play through right card. This card searches for a Scareclaw spell or trap. And then if you have if there's three defense positions monsters on the field, you can draw a card. So it's basically like an engage that's a special summon. It's insane, like how much you just plus off this one card. And then all your like Scareclaw names, none of them really do anything per se. They just give bonuses to your link monster, which is like pseudo relevant. It only came up for me like a couple times, but attacking 3 times with a 3900 beater is insane. So that has piercing. You just swing everything, and the link monster is just like a booster that makes you immune to your opponent's monster effects. And then like the one other brick you have to play Starfrost. It's insane, but you don't really want to draw it, so just one is correct. And then we have our Adventure Engine. So 3 Enchantress, 1 Illegal Knight, 1 Griffin.
They can't ash this because it's ulti.
Unless they have a secret ash first all night. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
I only got ash like once today. Like no one's on ash right now. Yeah, just Adventure Engine's insane in here because like you never use normal summon effects. This is the only one that has an effect on normal summon, and it's the one you want to summon second anyways because you want to have these on board. These also give you free defense position monsters to put out. So like you put the token in defense, you put Griffin in defense, you summon this, you get your search and your draw. So it's just like a +2 and it puts up interactions. And then the other engine I was playing, 2 of the Dogmaticas. Bro, Nadir's at 3. This engine goes hard with any deck that has a one card link one, because you're just throwing, okay, normal summon, activate Nadir, and I'm just like cracking boards for free for no reason, especially with Adventure. Like, Adventure in this just broke like so many boards. I won 2 die rolls today.
Oh, so you're going second most of the day.
Oh yeah, I won second most today, and then I won every game I went first. Because the combos in this deck are absurd.
Just saucy.
Yeah. Hand traps, I only played 8. The 3 Veiler, the 2 Ash. I wanted to stay at 40, so I saw no reason to have more than just to go to 41 to play 3 Ashes. The card's like kind of mid, but I wanted a hand trap that was versatile because it's a regional. I expected a lot of weird stuff. I didn't really play too much weird stuff, but Ash was still just like, I never had an issue with playing it. And then the engine spells, 3 Nadir, 3 right, and then a Fateful and the Draco back for all those. Just pretty standard stuff here.
3 Nadir though.
Dude, 3 Nadir is crazy. It's an engage too. I was just getting so far ahead on resources on everyone that like they couldn't trail me through my boards. And then on turn 2 I had 5 cards in my hand and it was just easy. And then the field spell, Planet, you only play 2. You don't want to draw it. You can add both of them on turn 1. So there's like you never want to see this in your hand because you just want to add both of them and get the pluses. You'd rather have a Scareclaw name than these. So 2 is correct. Rhoda, Arrival, Called By, Reborn. This search is right heart. It's the best card in your deck. Obviously, Called By is broken. Probably should get banned, but we're gonna play it till it is.
Right. We're gonna play it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. And then our traps, 3 Imperm. I mean, that's just the other hand trap. I think Imperm Veiler are like the 2 best right now. You can run Mourner instead of Ash, which feels bad half the time. I'd just rather have Imperm. Scareclaw trap. This is an Omni Negate if you have a Scareclaw in your extra monster zone. So like what I would do is I'd set this plus Baron plus Griffin turn 1 and then still have 4 cards in my hand afterwards. Absolutely ridiculous. Like no one was breaking my boards at all. Every time I set up, they would go like Dark Ruler and they'd be like, okay, negate with Splash, and then they have to still play through 2 Omni Negates and like usually 2 hand traps or like Dogmatica cards. Last card, Punishment. This feels kind of awkward because your Scareclaw monsters actually don't have any attack. So a lot of the times I was winning after I used this off just like my Adventure Engine, but Pop 2 is insane versus like Sprite because you just clear through the monsters for free, and at that point they're like gassed because that deck needs to play like multiple monsters to get going.
Yeah, it needs 2 to commit to.
Yeah, to really get something going on. Yeah, or like even just Pop Gigantic's insane. For the extra deck, I played 1 Appaloosa. I went into this a couple times. This was just the safest way to get OTKs because it's super easy to drop this in this deck because Lightheart and like a monster is 3 monsters, so you just need 1 more to link away. It was super free. I dropped it to push for game like 4 times. 2 of the Tryheart. I didn't actually play any of the link 4s. They weren't necessary. Tryheart's insane. It puts all your opponent's monsters to defense, and then it is immune to monster effects. So like versus Flunder, the games I won, I just put this down pretty much, or I omni-negated them. If I was going second, I just dropped this, and I was like, okay, you have to have Dark Ruler, you have to have Imperm or Droplet to beat this. Otherwise, your deck just loses to this card alone.
Wow.
And then it's also a +1 or +2 because it summons one from your grave and it adds one to hand. So a lot of the time you're just adding the ones that let you push for game. And just off making this, you can hit for 66. So anything else with that is just game off of it. It's super free. From there, 1 Unicorn. I only made this once today. I was honestly just making the triple Omni-Negate boards if I was making it. I didn't really get the option to Master Arena very often. The 1 Dark. I just wanted a monster that like threatened to let me go and like pressure the board more. And I don't think there's any other like really strong Link 2s in the game right now other than Master Arena, but this requires more monsters. I only made this like twice today. It was fine every time I made it. Most of the time it was just like a way to just link stuff off the board. Triple Lightheart. This card's insane. It is not once per turn to add.
It's busted.
So the combo is you pop this with Viscous Starfrost. You can summon this back if you control Viscous Starfrost once per duel. And then because this is in the main monster zone now, you link it into the extra monster zone to get your second add. So I would go like Baron. I'd go like Right Heart on board, pop this with Viscous Starfrost, bring this back, make the Baron, summon this, and I'd have a field spell. And then I'd also have my Omni-Negate trap. So I'd have 2 Omni-Negates for 2 cards, and also follow up.
Wow.
So it's just like super free from there, and I didn't have to commit my normal summon or like use an on-summon effect, so I could still just play adventure cards and my Dark Matter cards. From there, I played Fortune Tune and Zeus. I wanted a way to win in time. I won in time anyways, because my deck just pressures a lot of decks harder than they can handle in time. There's just too much stuff. Like I can just get like a Ecclesia Floor. The logic was like I can just put this in, I can just summon this. It didn't make Zeus that worse, otherwise it's just winning me in time. And that actually it's kind of tight because you're playing 5 Scareclaw cards. But from there, our Synchros. Shen, I never made this, but in theory, like it's really good. The idea is that it's a Floodgate versus Tier to an extent. It's not great versus them, but it's still a way to like pressure the board. It comes back, and you just need a level 9 Synchro, and it's probably just the best one. Baron's tries insane. It's so easy to summon this deck with Starfrost. Like I said, any 2 Scareclaw could see this card.
I spent 13 for the tournament to get it.
From there, our 2 Nadir Servants targets, 1 Brewer, 1 Natis. I literally never wanted another one. Because if I had an opening to where I resolved Nadir Servant, I probably won anyways. You could definitely fit it if you wanted to cut some of the cards, but I definitely didn't hate anything I played today. I never wanted Axe Code, never wanted any of the other Link monsters. These are just like this is like the perfect ratio for me. For the side deck, I played more hand traps. I was siding 3 Drill, 3 Nib. They're really good in like respective matchups. I don't think they're worth main decking in a lot of the format right now because these 2 hit like everything together if you side deck them into the matchups they're reliant for. Triple Cyclone. I was scared of Flunder. Fuck that deck.
The Penguin Lady.
Bro, penguins are scary. I wanted a way to out their trap card because the trap card's the only way they'd beat evenly. So I also wanted a way to beat Celiac. I was like afraid of that card to an extent, and then just like Mystic Mine this was another way to out mine. The field spell can pop a card, so you naturally play a mine out, and that and Draco back makes mine like not that relevant. But with all their destruction and like protection, you want to out for it.
If you want to hang out or you want to deck profiles, you may do so outside of this room.
We're finished.
Right,
We're finished.
Yeah. Finally, 3 evenly. This card's insane. It's like an auto. It's like going second. I pretty much put this in almost against everything because it's just a board breaker. I don't need my battle phase to win because I can just like clear their board with like Baron and Adventure cards and Dark Matter cards. So if I throw this, yeah, and then I just make negates turn 2 and they lose because they're wasted all the resources. Last card, different dimension round. I didn't win any die rolls today, really. I won 2. So I was normally playing like my game 3 going second. But this card's insane into tier and it's insane into like random matchups. Like I played 1 Dino and this was just an auto. I like literally flipped this after he drolled Ash Imperm to me and he just passed his turn. Just super free. I think this deck's way underrated. I haven't really seen anyone playing it like this. I've seen like garbage OTK builds. When you have a deck that can 2-card double Omni-Negate with follow-up and then still play all the other broken engines, there's like no reason to like go second with it. I also don't think people just knew how to do the combos, but no one really knew what my deck did going into it, and they're just like, everyone had to read my cards pretty much.
All day.
Everyone had to read every one of my cards all day, and they're like, what? A lot of people would like imperm the Lightheart, I'd bring out Starfrost, I'd pop out a Starfrost, bring it back, and then just make another one, add my field spell anyways. And they're like, oh, well, that's not once per turn. Yeah, insane. Shout out to Team wnax, TGG Gaming, specifically Joe, he gave me all the adventure cards, and Zach, who lent me the Baron, because I didn't have one for today otherwise. But yeah, just deck is sick.
Shout out Terrence giving us our only loss.
Oh yeah, my only loss was for showing up late. I beat everyone else.